I don't even think the public thought that him being with you was like a fake thing. I don't think that for 1 minute. Us in the house certainly know on that. We could see how much he loved you and stuff. Like when he looked at you and stuff, you could see he thought the world of you. And he said to me a couple of times, he said, like, you know, the only reason I'm staying in is for Josie. He said, if she wanted you, he said, I'd be gone.
Oh my God.
Really, he really thought the world of you.
No, I'd never ever had anyone feel like that about me before.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's a lovely guy.
Ever.
I loved him. I know, like, you know, he would spark off and have a go and whatever. But, like, I loved him. I thought he was such a cool guy. I didn't nominate him once. Didn't nominate you once. I really liked him, you know. It's strange, you know, when people leave, it's like they died or something. Oh, I really liked him. Yeah, he was great. He was. Like, you're going to see him on Tuesday. He'd be over the worst of it by now. He might have had a bit of a ragging on the big mouth thing. They might have given him a bit of a hard time. He might have had some sort of firm questions off Davina. But I think Davina really liked him, and she liked the relationship he had with you. So I don't think it would have been too bad. But he'd be over all that now. The press wouldn't have said anything. Not about like you and him. It would just have been positive stuff. It would have been really, probably some of it would have been quite funny.
Yeah, do you know what? I didn't care about any of that.
Yeah.
Not bothered.
Would you move up to London if he moves to London?
I'd move anywhere if he was going to move me.
Yeah.
I'd move to bloody Iraq. If I knew John James was being a beater.
It's pretty cool now that Jovan left, because I think if Jovan would have stayed right to the end, you wouldn't have got that close to John.
Do you not work for him?
No, you and Jovan were like getting on great. I know it was a different thing. It wouldn't have been like a romance or anything.
No way.
Certainly not. But
he was like a little brother.
But he would have been in bed with you. You would have you'd have loved him. You'd have had great fun together. And I think when you were that close to him, John wouldn't have been so close to you.
No.
I think because Jovan left, and I think John needed someone. I think he was really missing his mum and stuff. And then I think that started stuff with you and him. But obviously over time, me watching it, I could see that something was really like progressing. And I remember like when the first Rachel came in, the second Rachel came in, she was saying to me, oh, what do you think of like John and Josie and stuff? Do you think there's, you know, something going on? And I just said, no, I said, I just think they really like each other and love each other, like emotionally and stuff. And I said, it's a bit like brother and sister thing. That's what I thought then. And she said, no, not at all. She said, look at them, look the way they look at each other. She said, they really love each other. And I was saying, no, they don't. I said, it's just like John's missing his mum, and they built a really good friendship. And she was saying, no, it's not. But then when she said that, I started looking, and then over time it was obvious that you were getting closer, and he was thinking a lot more of you, and you know, like he never ever said to me that it was just like an emotional or like friendship thing. He always said to me, you know, I really like her a lot, and he said, you know, we'll see what happens when we get out. He said, I wouldn't want anything to sort of happen in you, but he said, when we get out, we'll see what happens. And that's how he thought about things. So, like, I think something good might happen. I hope so.
But you never could, no, I don't want to get me hopes up because you might have big brother eyes.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think he's a genuine guy. Like, he was near the bottom of the fake thing on that board. I don't think he was fake at all. I don't think anything about him was fake. I think there was other areas of his personality that were totally shot that I think he needs to work on big time, and I told him that. I think, you know, sometimes you would run off at the mouth and overstep marks like he did with Rachel, which eventually would get him into trouble.
Yeah,
but I think if he didn't have that side of him, if he learned how to get angry about stuff but to control himself, he would be a brilliant, brilliant guy.
But in a way, he got angry and he had row, but I can't row like that. He's not, if you think about it, he's so far from aggressive, it's unreal. Because if I was to row like that with someone, I'd end up lashing out.
Yeah.
Whereas he could just row with his mouth. He's just mouthy, that's all.
Yeah, he was, yeah. But the thing is, for people that don't like confrontation, it would have been really intimidating for them. You know, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I think if he'd have rowed like, oh, my wife would have got really upset. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, he tried to do it with me a couple of times as well.
I think he was fortunate, really, that some of the people he argued with in here were strong people, or else they wouldn't be in here. Like, my wife wouldn't handle being in here. You know what I mean? She's like a really, like, shy, not shy, but very timid person, you know.
Yeah.
And like she wouldn't have been able to handle confrontation. Like sometimes like she'd been out walking the dogs and someone's had a go at her, you know what I mean, for like little things like they, you know, our dog had been off the lead and chased their dog off or something, and they've just like shouted at my wife, "You've come home really upset."
Oh.
So I think to see like if John would have had a go at like my wife, like he had a go at like Sunshine or Rachel the other day or whatever, she would have been devastated.
Yeah.
So I can see why, you know, the public probably, you know, got peed off with him. And I know he would never get angry or like physical in any way. I know that.
No.
But for some people, it would have been quite difficult. I imagine like my wife watching that, him having a go at Rachel and thinking, my goodness me, if he had a go at me like that, I would be devastated. So I think that's why he was voted out. I think that just, people just thought he overstepped the mark. But like with you, he would never ever have been, you know, angry with you or anything like that. We had arguments and stuff. But have you ever felt about anyone like you feel about John?
I thought I did once because I was with my ex for a long time.
Yeah.
But he wasn't the person I thought he was.
Yeah.
So you can't really call it love, really.
You loved John. I used to look at the way you looked at him and stuff. I could see you really thought a lot of him. It's cool.
Yeah, he's
it's cool to
amazing.
watch. I loved it.
He's amazing, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a lovely guy. I loved him. I'll definitely connect with him when we get out.
Yeah, I can't wait till we all go out.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Just hope I get time to do some of it. I know I'm going to be pretty busy when I get out doing what I'm doing. Just with stuff I've set up since when I was outside, you know, not with new stuff that I could get when I'm in here. Just with my own stuff that I'd already set up, I'm going to be pretty busy.
Yeah.
So, we'll see how
Oh,
it
you've
goes.
done them all proud.
Yeah, hopefully. See how it goes. I think Ben's helped me out. That's what I think. I think when he went out, I think he said a lot of good stuff about me. And then I think he went and did something for BBLB with cameras up to my house. Maybe spent a day and a half or 2 days just putting together like a little 2-minute thing to show on like BBLB or something. And I don't know whether he like if this Tom Jones thing is real, what they're saying is real, maybe even Ben got in touch with him and said, look, here's a Welsh guy in there, would you come up and support? I think he's tried to do a few things to try and help me. You know, that's what I think. Probably the reason why I'm still in here after last night.
No, it's not. The reason why you're in there is you.
It's cool. But I'm still here.
I kind of feel sorry for the viewers in a way. They probably want me bloody right out in here. Not a chance.
No, not at all. You heard what Ben said the other day, first one in, last one out. You're a massive, massive favourite, Jose.
Nah, you don't know that.
You
People keep
are.
saying that,
Oh
but
my
they don't
goodness.
know.
They do.
Look at me, fucking fanny.
Oh my goodness, yeah, you.
Right now?
Are you doing okay?
Yeah, you alright?
How are you, Will?
Any of us who's going, we just got the
Well,
announcement.
drunk.
After the 2 cans?
Yeah, it's shameful that my tolerance has become this low.
It is a lot more.
Are you okay, Josie?
Yeah, you alright?
Can come for some pizza?
No thanks, love.
Have you got pizza?
You sure?
Yeah.
What have you got pizza?
If I just get this today over and done with, I'll be right as rain tomorrow.
And I foresee good things tomorrow for a perfect day.
Yeah. But imagine if the trees just had you over a barrel and really it's the shittest day. Because you know what he's like? He's a fucker.
I hope not.
Alright.
No, believe.
Yeah.
Tomorrow,
It's going to be good.
it's gonna be good.
I'm always down.
I can't believe this. I totally understand because because he's 21.